Hi there, welcome back to part 2 of our preseason warm-up and prevention injury for racket sports. At the last video we talked about a general warm-up. Today we're going to talk about exercises that you can do to help maybe prevent some of these injuries. Again, these are just only one brief example. If you come see us in our office, we can give you a whole bunch of other exercises and write up the different specific rehab exercise program for you that will also help with rehab and prevention. So the first one that we commonly see is tennis elbow. Again, usually that's due to a weakness or an injury in all these wrist extensors. So one that you can do is really simple, is what's called negative wrist extensions. Start with a lightweight dumbbell. I have the big 2-pound dumbbell. Again, it's going to seem very easy, but over time it's going to get and put a lot of stress and become much more difficult than you think. So what you're going to do is you're just going to rest your elbow or your forearm on your knee. You're going to use your other hand to lift your wrist into extension, and then slowly for the count of 10, you're going to go all the way down through a full range of motion. That's the key important part, is that you take it through a full range of motion. That's 1, you lift it up just like that, and again, all the way down for a count of 10. And do 3 sets of 10 of those. The first set may be easy, but you're going to start to get a burn right in through here. That's totally normal and usually pretty common. So you do 3 sets of 10 of those. You can do it on both sides if you want, but for sure on your dominant hand that you're going to do, that your lead hand for, especially for backhands, and especially if you do a one-handed backhand, you're going to want to use and do an exercise for that. The next one we're going to commonly see is rotator cuff tendonitis. So for this, what we're going to want you to do is start to do some internal and external rotation. So if we're going to do our right arm, this is what's called internal rotation. And what I want you to do is you're going to start with your arm out here, and you're going to bring your elbow in just like that. So all the way out to all the way in. This is going to require you using a band. So you're going to anchor it to one side of to a door or to a pole or something along those lines. You can do it that way. If you don't have a band, you can use a dumbbell, either again standing like that, or it's difficult to do it side lying, but you can do internal rotation side lying just like that as well. Okay, that's internal rotation. And then what we're going to do is external rotation. I'm going to use my opposite arm just so we can still face the camera. And this is what I want you to do, is you're going to roll up a towel, put that towel between your elbow and your body. By doing that, that's going to activate certain muscles so that you can't cheat. And we're going to then go into external rotation, just like that. Okay? If the towel falls out, that means you're not squeezing it in, you're not recruiting those muscles, and you're going to be cheating and compensating. So again, we're going to put the towel here, just like that. 3 sets of 10 to 12 of those. So that's internal, external rotation. Then you can use the same band if you want, and the different bands have different tensions. Depending on the company that you use, the colors will mean different things. The next one is what's called full can exercise. So if this is 0 degrees and this is 90 degrees, I want you to come to about a 30 to 45 degree plane. It's called scaption. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb, just like you're holding a can of soda or a bottle of water, and you're going to bring it up just like that. Okay? Shoulder height doesn't have to be much higher. That's the first step, or the first progression. To make it a little bit more difficult, this empty can, that's turn the thumb down, and again, you're going to raise it up just like that. If either of those are uncomfortable or painful, obviously stop and give us a call, and we can help answer any questions, or maybe we need to have you come in so we can adjust you, do some ART, something along those lines. So that's full can and empty can exercises. The next exercise that we're going to have you do is to work your Achilles tendon. or your calves. And what we're going to do is what are called negative calf raises. So again, you're going to start all the way up here like this, and you're going to go onto 1 foot, and we're going to go all the way down to the count of 10. When you get down there, come back up and go all the way down just like that. And you're going to do both sides, 3 sets of 10 seconds. Now, to start working some of your quads to strengthen them up, what we can have you do is we can have you do a wall sit. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit against the wall. We're going to slide down to about 90 degrees and you're going to sit. If you want, you can put a ball or even just put your hands in between your knees, squeeze them together. So what that does is activates your adductors so that now you're only going to recruit your quads and even some of your glutes here. So you're going to squeeze and you're just going to sit here. Start with 30 seconds, work up to 45 and even to a minute. Okay? And again, you want to make sure that you have 90-degree bent in your knees. And again, the big question, a lot of people talk about where their knees should be relative to their ankles. Obviously, if you have your knees further in, that's going to put a lot more stress on your quads and your knees, which will also give you a much tougher workout. So that's one exercise. And another one you can do is called a split squat. And you can even do it in an elevated split squat. And if you go to the gym, this is a great exercise to do. A modification of this would then be doing just a lunge, a straight up lunge. So what we're going to do on the cable machine, you'll put your 1 foot up on a little block like this, and the cable machine is going to be there. This is the handle. You're using your arm as just an extension of the cable, and you're going to lunge forward, and we want your knee to come over your ankle, okay? In tennis, that's common that you have to get down, especially in paddleball and pickleball, where you really have to squat. So we want that full range of motion. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't train that, and that's why they develop injuries. So we're gonna have the foot up elevated like this. We're gonna lunge forward, our knee coming over our ankle. Now my arm is straight, and I'm just pulling back just like that. I'm pushing, my pressure's coming through here. That's gonna load a lot of energy through my quad and therefore help strengthen my patellar tendon. So again, it's lunge forward and back just like that. So those are some simple exercises that you can do that help prevent injuries while you're on the court, and even now that we're coming into football season, if you're playing outside, things along those lines that you can do to help prevent these injuries. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at any of our offices or our main office here in Bannockburn at 847-236-1194. Please feel free to email me at stewart@banchiro, BANNCHIRO.com, and we'd be more than glad to help you out, answer any questions. Good luck out there and have a happy and healthy paddle season.